The world's very best poker players once again descend on London as we bring you Season 3 of the $1 Million Cash Game. Aggressive, unpredictable and a great reader of his opponents, Patrick Antonius has amassed winnings of almost $3 million and will be looking to make good after that huge loss to Phil Ivey in Season 2. The 2008 WSOPE champion John Joanda has built up nearly $10 million in winnings. A late entry to the table here, he'll certainly be a hard nut to crack. Mike the Mouth Mattisau is certainly that. The most outspoken and volatile player at any table, he will certainly turn up the heat at this one. He had an explosive Season 1 and has a point to prove. Frenchman David Benjamin is a new face at the $1 Million Cash Game, and the former tennis pro is sure to be looking to improve on his already impressive poker record. Better known as Durr, Tom Dwan is an online poker prodigy, still relatively new to live poker. Tom will have his hands full as he sits amongst some of the toughest opposition ever assembled. Also known as the Professor, Howard Lederer has an analytical style which has served him well, winning almost $5 million. A late entry here, he could mastermind an upset. Phil Ivey took down a record $800,000 pot in Season 2. Regarded by many as the best player in the world, he'll be a quiet colossus at the table and is no doubt the one to beat. Gus Hansen's the only player to win 4 WPT titles. He'll be looking to make an impact here. Known as the Great Dane, he's won over $7 million to date.
Hello and welcome to the final show from this series of the FullTiltPoker.net $1 Million Cash Game. We're nearing the end of the game now and the trophy is coming into sight for one of these poker legends, all of whom are trying to make as much profit as possible in order to be crowned the series champion. At the moment, the man to catch is Phil Ivey. Let's find out if anyone can do just that as we hand over to your commentators Gary Jones and David Tuckman.
1200 straddle. 1200 to play.
1200 to Gus.
Well, he's put more than 1200 in there. I see some red chips, and those red chips are $1,000 each. He's got the snowman. Looks like a $5,200 bet.
Pass. 52. 49 also.
Action over to Benjamin. Pretty sure he'll at least call this.
That's what he does.
Pass.
Yeah, 4,000. 0, 4,000, or 20.
4 more, sir. Pass.
And we've got heads-up action here. Benjamin and Gus Hansen, but look who's coming in here. It's two-time bracelet winner Howard Lederer. Those are his chips. And what a treat. We've got the Professor in the game now. But first we've got heads-up action. Benjamin with the top pair with a queen kicker.
6,000.
He checks it. Hansen bets his 8.
Oh, these are 25.
David Benjamin looking to see how much Gus Hansen has. I think on this flop, David may just re-raise.
I'm pretty sure I took 1,000 when I just changed 1,000 for you.
And if we remember season number 1 of the $1 Million Cash Game, huge hand, where Gus Hansen had the ace-queen and Eric Seidel had the pocket 8s.
No, it might be mine. Well, give me the 100.
Action over to Benjamin and
6. Now I'm light on.
looks like he's just called this.
Yeah, I wanted the 100.
Well, he's possibly hoping that Gus is going to keep firing,
Count on the table.
trying to disguise his ace-queen a little bit.
Sound card 5.
Pot is now $26,000.
I don't think Gus is in the mood for losing too much in this pot.
Now you have to imagine that Gus is done with this one. But we'll have to see.
Like if there's 1,000 extra, then that's mine.
He's still reaching for his chips.
No flush draw out there. Does he think maybe that Benjamin has a 7 or maybe a straight draw?
Well, he's sitting there with 2 8s himself. It's a lot harder for him to have a 6-8 kind of hand. Yep, goes check, check.
Last card. Deuce.
Well, even if he had 6-4, deuce wouldn't complete that straight either.
Bet of 12,000, 15,000 maybe from David Benjamin.
Professor Plum, what's going on, buddy? What's up, Professor Plum? How you doing? I got a question for you. Yeah. Did you truly let, like, the 2 worst Chinese players in history beat you? I mean, that's a rumor going around here.
By the way, you know, the game's not over, Mike.
But I mean, wow! Woo! It's gonna be.
There you have it.
There's a game tonight.
And I'm ready to bet on my man High. I'll be playing on the internet. You guys want to play High? Just call me.
Wow.
How about that one? You can just go on ahead and break me.
Basically, whenever I had 2 hands, one of them had a straight flush.
I need to.
Which is the real problem, 3-handed. Yeah.
I need to be in with you.
I know. I've noticed that.
Yeah, but Phil, you're having a bad Phil, you're having a bad Chinese day.
That's why I'm going to let him play.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
going to take a big piece of it.
Very smart, because he's
I'm
ready
not
to.
stupid.
You are. See how smart you are? That's Krypton right there from the planet. That's Phil from the planet. He knows what's going on here. That. He told Durr, don't take.
I know he's due today.
Do you want to take a piece of me in this big Chinese game? I know I'm going to lose big. And Durr takes 20% of them, and he gets crushed. He says, I know I'm going to lose big. Take a piece of me.
Basically, my average hand also with Patrick is I'd have ace, queen, jack, 10s and 7s.
And a call from Gus Hansen there. He tosses in his chips. He's not going to like what he sees. His hands hit the muck, and the chips go to Benjamin. And, you know, Benjamin, the roller coaster ride continues.
Yeah, he's tried his best to get paid in this pot, and he's successful.
Howard, the Professor Lederer, joins the table. His 2 WPT titles, 2 World Series of Poker titles, and he joins the table with $100,000.
Is it far from here or no? A chef and a driver. Is it far from here? You want to do? You want to do some waste time on mine? It's for 4 seasons.
Really an unbelievable lineup we've had so far, huh, Gary?
Yeah, some of the biggest faces, biggest names in the game.
Whatever we play online is all.
And the action's pretty well shown that. Over $3 million on the table right now.
Minimum 2 hours.
And I'd hate to think how much money these boys have had go through their fingers during their poker career.
I'm going to hang out with Durr and watch him play PO.
Whatever, I got to go. I'm not going to quit if I'm ahead. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh my God, you're just something else.
I'm going to play 2 hours, but I just don't want to.
I don't know how I can deal with you.
I just fold.
Phil, I can never commit for an hour. It's too much.
Put a 5,000 bounty. Huh? That's small enough that he can still.
Who cares? 5,000 is what he pays me to make.
Well, that's not a bad hand to find to start off, but he's showing what he did. He's not even going to play ace-jack for 1 raise.
Well, it's 1 raise from a straddled pot, so it's quite a raise, and it's from Patrick Antonius.
And it's a first position raise, admittedly. The double straddle from Gus Hansen. I think he's trying to make something work for him tonight. It's been a long time since he won a decent pot, and he's decided to call Patrick.
Well, not much hair between these 2 players, as we see a flop. A couple of clubs out there, but a whole bunch of nothing for the players. A pot of almost $17,000. Howard Lederer for kind of sitting it out, watching for a second.
Yeah, he doesn't know how crazy the game's been.
And it goes check, check to the turn. Well, the turn doesn't change anything. Antonius still ahead with king high.
Check.
And they both check again.
10.
Well, there's the 10.
Check.
Antonius didn't need it, but it'll probably make him feel better. He's got 2 pair now. 10s and 4s.
It means we might